At night, the world doesn't change. You do. Let's get right into it. Number 10. The filters shut off. All day your mind is a very polite bouncer. It decides which thoughts get in and which ones are not appropriate right now. At night, the bouncer clocks out without telling anyone. Suddenly, every thought gets VIP access. Nothing is softened, nothing is edited. That's why everything feels intense, meaningful, and slightly suspicious. Number 9. Attention turns inward. When emails, conversations, and expectations disappear, attention collapses inward. Your brain goes, cool, since we're finally alone, let's talk. This is when unfinished emotions, old memories, and unanswered questions show up like guests who waited all day to knock. The world feels deeper because your inner world finally has the microphone. Number 8. Rational control gets fatigued. The part of your brain that keeps things sensible, calm, and socially acceptable is exhausted by night. It's been holding your personality together since morning. Once it weakens, emotions stop whispering and start using surround sound. Music becomes profound. Thoughts feel cinematic. One sentence suddenly explains your entire childhood. Is it accurate? Maybe. Does it feel true? Absolutely. Number 7. The body talks louder than logic. At night, your body does weird things. Tight chest, restlessness, random sadness. During the day, those sensations get reasonable explanations. At night, the brain stares into the dark and says, well, this must mean something is deeply wrong with our existence. Because the sensation is physical, the conclusion feels factual, even when it's wildly dramatic. Number 6. Negative bias quietly takes over. Humans evolved to be alert in darkness, so at night, your mind scans for threats, failures, and unresolved problems. Small worries suddenly qualify for full existential documentaries. Neutral memories are re-edited into regret. Silence turns into loneliness instead of peace. The world doesn't become darker, your brain just switches to worst-case mode and refuses to lower the volume. Number 5. Identity loosens. At night, you're not fully your daytime self, but you're not tomorrow's version either. You're in psychological sweatpants. Without schedules and roles, identity goes soft. This feels uncomfortable because control weakens, but it's also when you stop acting and start noticing. The world feels real because you're no longer hiding behind function. Number 4. The social mask drops. Sociologist Irving Goffman described life as a performance. Daytime is front stage, night is backstage. No audience, no applause, no need to pretend you're fine. Traits you suppress all day, sensitivity, doubt, creativity, vulnerability, wander back in like they never left. Night feels honest because no one is watching, including you. Number 3. Meaning isn't supplied, it's confronted. Daytime hands you structure, tasks, goals, noise. Night removes all of that and says, okay, now what? Questions about purpose, time, love, regret, and mortality walk in uninvited. Philosophers like Friedrich Nietzsche notice that darkness strips away comforting stories, not to scare you, just to see what's underneath when the props are gone. Number 2. Perspective expands beyond the self. The night sky reminds you that you are very small and also very involved. The atoms in your body were forged in ancient cosmic events. You're not watching the universe, you're something the universe is doing for a moment. This realization shrinks daily worries while simultaneously making them feel deeply personal. It's humbling in the way that rearranges your priorities without asking permission. Number 1. Creativity leaks through the cracks. At night, the internal critic finally gets tired of yelling. Without constant self-monitoring, ideas connect freely. This is why procrastination at night often feels productive from the inside. Fear of judgment fades. Imperfect ideas are allowed to exist. Risk feels tolerable. The brain experiments because no one is grading it. Final clarity. Night doesn't make the world truer. It just removes the noise-canceling headphones. With fewer filters, weaker control, suspended rolls, and a larger perspective, reality feels heavier because nothing is buffering you from it. Night doesn't exaggerate life. It lets you feel it without supervision. This doesn't mean the night tells the truth and the day lies. It means the day edits for survival, and the night removes the edits. One helps you function, the other helps you understand. When those filters drop, reality feels sharper, not because it changes, but because you do. Night is not wisdom. It's exposure. And exposure feels real. If this hit you at night, pause for a second and notice that feeling instead of scrolling past it. That quiet weight you recognize right now is the point of this video. If you want more explorations like this, where psychology, philosophy, and lived experience collide without pretending to have neat answers, watch the next video on the channel. Like the video if this put words to something you felt but never quite named. Subscribe if you want more of these late-hour questions, and drop a comment telling me what time of day your thoughts feel most real. I'll see you in the next one.